Hello fellows, Aldo here. This is just a quick life update video, but I've been mildly absent, kind of. Maybe. There have been things going on, but it's been mostly pretty good, and some of you people know this, but it's official. I'll graduate, and I think it's time to make it finally public. The day of celebration is in 3 weeks. That's when I'll get my diploma. You know who you are who's asked it from me. So I don't have the diploma yet, but everything's in system, everything's in place. Technically I'm already graduate, but let's just say my studies are still pretty fun. Even though I'm already job hunting, but might as well develop some extra skills. Could come in handy. Also, yes, I'm job hunting. As of the day of recording, they should go up in the same day, by the way, but I've had job interviews in last 2 days. And there will be a third one for me in 2 weeks. So yeah, some big life changes. And I know. I've been pretty absent from creating content also. Sorry for how I sound. I've been sick for the last week. Not 100% still. So expect me to not keep my microphone open if I get any videos out. I've been trying to record them. There are something that are kind of in place to go. Need editing. Or gotta go through the cutting room. I'd love to get more out, and I haven't forgotten the Retracer project. I haven't felt like getting any additional footage for Retracer just yet. It's just not the time for Retracer for me right now. Oh man, this journey, especially last 3 years, well, almost 3 years. Oh fuck, sorry, I'm doing it again. Fuck. But since August 2020 when I started these studies, oh yeah, I should probably say, so my degree will be an IT support person. That's what I'm going to be. And yeah, this is the graduation cap that we have for IT support persons here in Finland. I'm kind of speechless. I never could have believed I would make it to this day, where I'm going to graduate, and it's 100% certain, and with pretty much excellent grades, mind you. Just throwing it out there. The vocational studies, I'll get excellent grades. Not perfect, only because I've slept over so many times, but based on the feedback that I've had, yeah, your professional capabilities would have granted you perfect grades. God damn it. But I love staying up all night. Yeah, also oh, wow. But yeah, I've gone through a lot. There's been a short-lived relationship, a breakup through that. A summer of loneliness in 2021, that was bad. Thank you guys for always believing in me, although more so in Retracer, but there are those true supporters of me. Thank you all of you who've become a friend of mine. To all of you friends. To all of you, anyone who's left any positive comment. Anyone who's given me some encouraging words. Like 2020, 2021 was already bad. Already bad. When the school shut down, right when we were in the middle of studying something super interesting, and no one's available for me. At least I could have drowned all my feelings to the IT stuff. They've been a separate saving grace for me, besides Retracer, of course, throughout all this. And you guys as well. But yeah, times are absolutely going to change. It'll now depend on who's offering me the work and what kind of work. But I'm much happier. Like, oh man. Of course I can't let it all out in front of a camera, but I'm seriously so happy that I pulled it off. It really takes forever sometimes for things to finally get themselves sorted out. Like, it took me 10 years of pretty much being very damn depressed. It took almost 20 years for them to diagnose my ADHD so I could finally get some proper help. And that help has absolutely, genuinely been a saving grace for me in this year. No doubt about it. Without that, I would have so much uncertainty in me that I don't know if I could have pulled this off. If I really could have pulled this off. My teacher, who I got 1 month into my studies, although in the beginning of studies, most of you will not know or remember this, but I pretty much managed to make it in school for 3 days, and then I first slept over, and that was the beginning of a really, really mad cycle of sleeping over and being so ashamed and basically ready to give up. I was already having a pretty major disaster in my hands with one of my best friends, who's still one of my best friends as of now, a sister by heart. But back then, yeah, that made me pretty suicidal. And there have been few instances of, oh god, being pretty suicidal, being afraid, being stressed, being nervous throughout all this. Like, when we got to the fall of 2021, yeah, things seemed to get at least a little bit better. Like, there were at least some projects, but still uncertainty. Will I manage to graduate? Early 2022, well, I already started to recap one of those things, which was my crush at that time almost managed to kill herself. I pretty much had to keep her alive. She's doing at least a little bit better nowadays. They're having lots of worries of my friends, but in the end, I doubted myself a lot. I come from a background where, well, my mother complimented me pretty much too much for me. It's hard for me to take the compliment in, but I try to overdo the trying to be as humble as possible because I hate arrogance. I really do hate arrogance. Really, really do. How can I even recap 2022? That started like a disappointment for me. That just really went, but I at least managed to make a really close friend of at least one of my classmates who I've also had to have some worries of. Since she's suffering from CRPS. I think it was CRPS 1, so her nervous system is pretty fucked up. And I've had 1 or 2 big scares of that in this year because of that. But because of me making real good friends with her, Ronja, thank you so much. I honestly could have not survived in that loneliness, even though, yeah, I got along with everyone who were around of me, but she definitely managed to make me feel not lonely at all. Like, we pretty much survived this together. Best of luck to you, by the way. Yeah. Coming into year 3 of the school, aka we're heading already to August 2022. After an awesome summer, Hugh, thanks for visiting Finland, by the way. Like, the summer was absolutely awesome. Like, I'm full of this, I don't know if it's hope, but I'm sorry, my English is really rusty. I can't even remember words too well. but something that brings hope. It makes me want to do more and more, more better. Pretty much eventless, although I've had my suicidal periods. While I was waiting for the neuropsychological test results, they took they take a long time, and my set was pretty quick, by the way. Like it only took me 2 months to get results, or three. Still, thank you to the neuropsychologist. Thank you for the psychological nurse, and also my doctor was awesome. Every doctor should be like her. Absolutely fantastic. And then our school got hit by a cyber attack, and holy crap, that was a shit show that put everything on hold for. Well, for me, since I'm still supposed to be building an Active Directory environment in my classroom that needs to get connected to internet. Yep, that's mildly problematic. It took me a little while, but oh damn it! Oh yeah, NAT, NAT or network address translation exists. Oh yeah, shit. Why didn't I realize they used it earlier? Oh wait, yeah. I have my history with configuring NAT. Yeah. I was really messed up in January of 2023. So bad that, well, when it came to 1st of February, I pretty much, I was ready to die, but I didn't want to kill myself, but I OD'd with a certain kind of medication. My intent was not to die. My intent was to really, really wake me up. But I would lie if I said that there would have not been, or there wasn't a moment that I felt like, oh shit, I might actually die to this. Just my heart started to race so hard due to the medication dosage. It was mildly scary experience, but since I'm experienced, I wasn't too scared. Just tried to sleep it off. Really tried to sleep it off and really tried to vomit it off. But then, like, that 40-hour period of me taking the meds, the next day when I wake up for a brief period, my teacher had a message for me, hey, our IT person who's in charge would like to interview you for possibly going to an on-job learning to our school's IT. I'm like, okay. That could be the saving grace. And it sure as hell actually ended up being. My supervisor in my on-job learning, she's a really awesome person. And I mentioned it already in the interview, like, hey, I've been recently diagnosed with ADHD, like, and she was like, no problem, I totally understand I have an ADHD, so, and it was just, we were a team of 4 in the help desk, and really awesome team. Love you guys. Thank you, Lauri. Thank you, Martin. And especially thank you, Sissi. Much of love to you. I hope that we can work together at some point. I really hope that our paths would cross. That 2-month period from early February to the end of the April, it's the day that I actually graduated. Or, sorry, my graduation was confirmed. Pardon. And yes, this has been a known fact for 2 weeks, but this is me finally making it fully public. I would probably love to talk a lot more about. Oops, my ADHD is pretty much kicking in, and I'm getting hungry. This is amazing. My graduation party is on June 3rd. Of course, I'll get my diploma day before, but can't quite celebrate on the same day. My parents deserve to see the celebrations on school. They deserve it. They've been waiting for 23 years to finally see their firstborn actually graduate. I'm living happy times. Thank you, fellas. Thank you, fellas. And the last thanks, Arto. You literally saved my studies. Without you, I wouldn't be here. You're the best teacher ever. I couldn't be happier at all. Oh god. I hope to see you guys as many times as just possible and as soon as possible. Thank you for all the support. Thanks for being there for me, especially you true friends of mine. It has been journey. It has been rough at times. It has been scary at times. Thank you for fucking perkele. Sorry for causing scares at times. But let us all celebrate the best as we can. Man, I really can't let all the happiness out that I would want to let out. But let the happiness just glow out of me. Bye for now.